And I'm live, live, live. Your hostess with the mostest, Holly Baglio, broadcasting to you live from Holly Television. I want my HTV. I want it now, and I want it live. Yay! I have absolutely nothing to talk about. Not true, though. I have something that's eating at me. I have a couple of things that are eating at me. One, I think Abba told me to lay my hands on someone for curing and healing. It's a personal, delicate subject, and it's a personal friend of mine, so I don't want to talk about. Like, it's a personal friend, meaning it's a face-to-face friend. I love you, Lily. I'm glad to be with you here too. My friends have been coming to me and telling me how they've been diagnosed with cancer. Some people have been diagnosed with COPD. Some people were signed up for operations, but they were denied getting the operation or the organ transplant. I got to keep this very general and not specific. There's one particular person that confided in me. I love you, Jeff. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you, brother man. So there's a person that was told that they were denied getting an organ transplant. So the way that it sounds and the way that it has been left for this person is that there's nothing left further to do for this person, and they so it's the second time they were denied for the organ transplant, and now it's just sitting around and waiting type of thing. Now, I fully believe in Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, and his words are still living and breathing. And when we read them in the Holy Bible, I truly, firmly believe that we are cured and healed simply by reading his living logos or hearing his living logos. And I have faith in him. And I still believe in miracles. And I'm praying for a miracle for this one person. Oh, so just not one person. There's 3 of them right now. 3, 4, 5, 6 people with really bad health situations. And I gotta tell you guys, it brings me to my knees. So in fierce prayer, I've started a round of fasting. Abba will take care of me, but I'm praying against bad health. Praying against the bad health that my loved ones are being afflicted with. They are suffering terribly. Now, Heavenly Abba, I pray to be in accordance with your will. I pray for you to cure and heal these people that I've been praying for today, yesterday, the day before that, and the day before that. And I can't say their identities, but you know who they are, Heavenly Abba. And I'm sure there's people in the chat room that have loved ones that are being diagnosed with life-threatening and health ailments, and people are being told by doctors they got 6 months to a year left to live, and I don't accept what the doctors tell us, and I pray that it be Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh's will, and in accordance with his will, that these people be cured and healed in the name of Yeshua. I pray they are given a clean bill of health in Yeshua's name. I pray they get up from that bed, they get up from that chair, they get up out of that hospital room, and they walk away healthier than before. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, I pray. Selah. Split Hope, hello. You Last Days Trumpet, hello. How are you? I love you guys very much. Welcome. So I was walking my dog, Keeper, here, and I know that, James, it's so great to see you. I've been praying for you. I love you, James. I know Daniel Duvall has very powerful prayers against spiritual warfare when people are astral traveling to you, astral projecting. But this is really good. We have to remember to pray against retaliations from the enemy. Also, people who tamper with dark powers and principalities and demonic spirits. I love you, Vinny. But this is also very powerful prayers. And when you're done praying Jehovah prayers, you always want to make sure you cover your back door. You close your back door, basically, and you pray against anybody or anything that is trying to retaliate against you. But I thought to myself, all these people are getting sick. They're getting told they're going to die. And I don't know about you guys, but Heavenly Abba gave us all the ability to be vessels for Him. And He blesses us with spiritual gifts. I pray to have the gift of healing hands so Yeshua can use me as a vessel to heal and cure people mentally, physically, and emotionally in His holy, perfect, saving, loving name. Anyway, I was thinking I've been stumbling a little bit with my cigarettes, but I'm going to be accountable. I'll be honest, I bought 4 packs of cigarettes since Coach Dave Daubenmire's conference, and I've been quitting smoking. Apparently not if I'm still buying cigarettes. Seller, I love you, sweetie. Okay. I'm not big on the layout of this book. Symptoms of... This is pretty interesting. I would have to go through this book, but I'm going to pick out prayers that all of us can pray for our health and our loved ones' health. All right? Tonight, I have to do a series with someone. I think it's tonight. Where there's a group of us that are working on a series. Oh, you guys are going to love it. It's for satanically ritualized and abused individuals. You guys are going to love it. When we finish it, we just started the project, so I anticipate it taking a couple of months to finally be completed. But it's going to go to serve the body of Christ and the satanically ritualized and abused survivors. Tomorrow, I have a big, huge interview at 8 p.m. My godmother's coming over, and I don't know, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm supposed to do Wednesday. I'm not even sure when I can run panels. What's Thursday? Maybe Friday we can run panels. 33-degree Master Mason. Hopefully he thinks I don't know as much as I do. I'll be praying for your protection in Yeshua's name. Symptoms of witchcraft oppression. I'm just going to read 16. Symptoms of witchcraft oppression. Untimely death. Constant failure. Marital failure. Fighting to get anything done. Chain problems. Buried talents. Devourers. Spiritual stagnancy. Witchcraft dreams. Experiencing almost there. Prayer paralysis. Strange accidents. Dead organs. Vagabond anointing. Spiritual blindness. Mark of hatred. I'm sure that my friends aren't coming down here, because when they do, I gotta take my dog and put her away. Jesper, it's great to see you. I love you, River. It's great to see you. I love you, James. It's great to see you, Sylph. Apply the blood of Yeshua to all. portals on all dimensions level and ask Abba to send guardian angels on your property in Yeshua's name, Selah. Also, this is like the first break I've had since 4 o'clock this morning, to be honest with you, is like hanging out with my dog with you guys right now. So if you don't mind, I'm going to enjoy my break before I have to go back to work, so to speak. Where are you going, pretty girl? You stay by Holly. Stay by me. Don't go running off to see him. My friend's cutting my next door neighbor's yard. Came outside with Keeper, and she hates lawnmowers and loud noises, but she knows him, and she's like running over to him. I'm like, wait a minute, you don't even know him that well. Keeper sees people in the park, and she's like, everybody's my friend, and they all came here to see me. Yeah, see, I got my eye on you. Don't be eating stuff you're not supposed to be eating. So, I haven't even eaten lunch yet. I only ate breakfast. I ate good breakfast though. I cook really, really good breakfasts. And then I undercharge all my friends. Or I don't charge them at all. But like they buy me plants and they bring me like Italian ice, so. Hi, Keepy. She's such a pretty girl. Sylph, I brought her up to Ohio with me for Coach Dave's tactical training and spiritual warfare conference. I loved it. I think I'm going to go up and reunite with Dave Daubenmire on Halloween. In private, I can tell you, Sylph, in private we can talk. I can't talk publicly. But there's a major situation coming to a close in my life. You know exactly what I mean, because remember when I was in Maryland, we were talking about details of things I'm not allowed to talk about? That's coming to a close and an end. So once it's finally closed and ended, 2 days later, I'm going to go up and see Coach Dave and pray with him and touch base and say, I'm so glad. Thanks for seeing me through that 2-3 years of misery and hell on earth. And, thank you for being there for me. Yeah. That whole conference was so empowering. Like, all the clutches from the past, all the claws that were dug into me from the past and people from the past and past situations, things I couldn't let myself live down or forgive myself over when Yeshua and everybody else has long since forgiven me. Like, I lived in the moment. I was ever present in the moment. At that conference, I wasn't thinking about anyone or anything else. Definitely not from the past. I mean, the people that were right in front of me, or if I picked up like Facebook Messenger, if I saw you guys write me, yeah, I was right there living in the moment. And it's been like that ever since the conference. I haven't had this much peace inside my thought processes, my thinking. Just there's peace. Like Casper McLeod has a book, What Was I Thinking? And I've been dying to buy that book. I never did. Well, for 2 years, what was I thinking? You know? I finally came out of that darkness, and those clutches are finally out. I love you, Split Hope. I'm humble. Thank you for being happy for me. But yeah, Casper's fantastic. I met him last summer, and he's got the gift of healing hands, that one. Yeah. Abba keeps giving me the strength not to smoke cigarettes. Decline. I'm not answering that. Obviously, I'm busy with you guys right now. I don't know who it was. So really, I'm not being rude to anybody because I don't know who it was. Yeah, I keep taking it out of God's hands. My allergies are bothering me today. Is that from the chemtrails? I can feel it in my eyes. And usually when it's like the chemtrails, you know, when they come settling down, they hit me. And the way they hit me, like I feel it right along the rim on the edges of my eyes. And it almost feels like my eyelids are like, you know, people do that gross thing where they flip their eyelids inside out. But that's how it feels to me. And the dead frogs around here, I don't know if that's the chemicals they're using to get rid of those Japanese lantern bugs, but I can't tell you how many frogs I found out by the road. What would that be like? 100 feet away from either one of the creeks? That's the mode of ingestion. I have that every day. My eyes are crusted over. Oh, right, Lily? In the mornings, I'm constantly wiping my eyes. It's like all of a sudden it's like sleepers times 50 in your eyes. Between the goo and the crust, like you can tell that the environment around us is being altered by man. I am far behind, haven't been feeling well, but I will. You don't have to worry about catching up on my videos. I'll take a phone call and talk your ear off for a little bit. Your ears too. Ooh, I know how to get rid of the ear ringing. And now that I just said it, I forgot. When I get that ear ringing, I'm like, Abba, that's got to be witchcraft. I've also heard people say they get ringing ears when somebody's astral traveling, remote viewing, selling telepathic messages, or doing stuff in the spirit world where they got no business messing around in the first place. God tells you only to speak to His Holy Spirit and not any other spirit or interdimensional being. The witchcraft, but it's more than that. For me, with my ringing ears, see, there's a group of necromancers. Yeah, they like to say black magic, or they like to say Enochian, or they like to say Egyptian. Like it's saying Egyptian ancient magic is any better than saying black magic. That's any better than saying necromancy. It's all the same. So there's a group of necromancers out there screwing around with Reiki. And I get electronically targeted. So people point weapons at me and they target me electronically. For instance, like with voice to skull technology. That causes the ringing in my ears, but also necromancers. When they start speaking my name, I can sense it and the ringing gets in my ears. So I pray against the necromancers, but also that's where I reach into Daniel Duvall's prayers. He's got these great prayers because these necromancers, warlocks, and witches, it's not only that they try to set like a cord on you or chain or like get a claw in, but they'll also set devices against you. They'll do spells against you to say, okay, when Holly gets to that certain level where she's comfortable to talk about Project Seagate, we cast this spell against her to make her go hysterically blind, or to make her go deaf, or to make her lose her speaking abilities. And then they do that ritual against you. Leno, I love you very much. That'll make my ears ring. So, but when they try to hit me with that voice to skull, or like the electronic targeting where they're manipulating my thoughts, they're playing like a video before my eyes, I'm hearing audio where there is no stereo, and it's not my heavenly Abba speaking to me. It's them. But I come from the dumbs. But any whistleblower, whether defecting from an Illuminati bloodline or defecting from a coven or a satanic cult, they're going to undergo the same things I am, because when you defect from these things and you truly give your heart to Yeshua, you have this urgency. And I've noticed this with a lot of victims, a lot of survivors, just a lot of people, common everyday people that turn around to Yeshua. When they seriously turn around to Him and get a relationship with Him and accept Him in their heart, it's like they do an about 180 in their life and completely turn it around. They have an urgency in their stomach and in their soul to get out the word of Jesus to people. They can see the evil for what it is and how abounding it is. So usually, like with the victims I met, once they get their heads back together and their speaking abilities better and they feel comfortable to leave the house again, the first thing everybody does, the victims, is they turn around and march right back into the center of enemy territory, like paratroopers parachuting in behind enemy lines and being surrounded by enemies. Every victim I know has always turned around and said, that's it. I'm carrying Yeshua's gospel, Jesus' gospel, and I am going to go out there and make friends with people because there's more people like me out there. And I'm not going to let them be alone. I'm not going to let them be alone in these last days and end times. So that's why I love you guys so much. Because that's how you guys are. And I love that. And I look up to you. Self, everybody, bind the demons and loosen angels to attack the demons. Selah. Brooke is always, why do I smoke? Because I'm stupid and it's an addiction and it's a stronghold. And I'm not exercising Ava's power and authority. Point blank. And my nerves are shot. I'll be honest. Like, my nerves are shot. So, like, I'm just an anxious, nervous, jittery person to begin with. And when I smoke, my shoulders will drop and I'll start to, like, relax. And it's a total crutch. Let me call it for what it is. It's a total crutch. It's a nasty and disgusting stronghold, habit, and sin. It's a sin because it's an addiction. Anything that you're addicted to, that's a demon making you go towards what you want or what you're craving, all the while ignoring Heavenly Abba. Prime example, look at me right now. It's okay, don't worry about the SIGs. You'll get away from them eventually. Yeah, I get away from them, I go back. I get away, I go back. It's like this tug of war. I'm not giving up. I'm down for a good fight. I love a great challenge. So we're addicted to water, food, air, and sleep. Well, that's not true because you guys don't ever sleep. You aren't ignoring. Yeah. Well, of all the things we struggle with, as far as tobacco, my sailor's mouth, my kratom, and when offered medicinal marijuana, because I can't afford my license. So if somebody offers me, but when I made my covenant to Yud Hey Vav Hey, May 17th of 2014, we spoke about cigarettes. I said, Abba, I'll stay just vaping. I'll stay away from cigarettes. I'll do my best to do that. I don't like alcohol, so we're pretty good there. I want to come off my pain pills, which at that point I had already come off my pain pills, but at that point, once you get off the pain pills, the biggest thing you have to do is stay off them. It's not just about quitting and detoxing. The also hard part is to stay off of them, and that takes time. It's a process to get used to every day, every situation that arises where you just don't take a medication, you come out of that. But I'm like that crazy white girl that heard somewhere that Yeshua HaMashiach's word is still living and still curing and healing. So I'm that crazy white girl who took him up on it. And you know what? Sure as shocks. He wasn't lying. He wasn't. I mean, he took care of my vision, my asthma, and everything else. He's servant of out. We need to catch up. It's been a while. I don't know when I can catch up, sweetheart, but I've been dying to talk to you for months now. A close friend. I haven't been able to talk to you in months. A servant of El. I'm so sorry. My altars smoke. So I have to deal with that, with certain things that my altars do that maybe I don't do as a person, or want to do. Yeah, but in my covenant, I said, I'll never put another man in front of you again, Heavenly Abba. I screwed that one up. Just look at my collapsed lung. I screwed this part of my covenant up with him. The rest of my covenant, I've held, I've held with him, except for coming. I was celibate for 8, 9 years. I came out of that because somebody that I was with for 21 years gave me the time of day, and I stupidly gave up my celibacy to date the wrong person yet again. So now that all that trouble is over with, I am so happy to say I'm celibate again, and I love living a celibate life. People around me don't like it. They take it like when people ask me on a date, or like we get talking about me and why I'm celibate and stuff, they get uncomfortable. Some people take it like I'm slighting them because I'm like, listen, I'm happy to be your platonic friend. But, I'm not into your premarital sex. I'm not into any of that. My celibacy is a decision, and it's a decision I made with Heavenly Abba. I can have anybody I want. I can do and bang anybody I want. But in the end, that has never satisfied me. And in the end, I am sick and tired of always doing everything wrong when it comes to a man, or the man even doing everything wrong. Like, where did the courting, when a man courts a woman, where did that go? Where'd chivalry go? Now you want me to jump in bed with you? And, oh, because you're good in bed, that means we can get married in like 2, 3, 4 years from now, once we've gotten to know each other and I've become your friend. Oh, but God forbid I get pregnant. I'm not good enough to be your wife. You'll denounce me and give me, oh, my baby's mama. My baby's mama? I remember when I was a kid in school, teachers would say, don't believe what's on TV. What's on TV is all fake. Nowadays, look at this generation. Look at the inner cities. They watch TV and they're like, oh, that's got to be the truth, guys. It's got to be the truth. The TV's not going to lie to us. Do they look up anything on their own? No. They consider doing research and studies, going and picking up the phone and talking to their friend and saying, oh, yeah, you like Biden? Oh, you do, and you don't like Trump? Hey, that sounds good to me. Yes, I agree. I'm sold. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to state this for the record. I am not celibate because I'm still in love with some ex. I am not celibate because of some dude. Okay, I am celibate as a choice because I want my spiritual gifts refined in Yud Hey Vav Hey. I forfeit this world because I don't want to go to hell. And I would rather have heartbreak in this life than to damn myself in the afterlife. And so far, the guys that have come in my life, what are they all about? Let's hear it. What are all the guys about that come into my life? What can Holly do for me? What can she get me? Can I live with her? Can I use her car? How big is her bank account? Does she have one? How can I control her? And it's all about sex. I will never call her my girlfriend or wife. I'll never marry her. I'll never say I love her. And she may be the most beautiful girl in the world, but you know what? It's all about sex. Who cares about Holly's heart and that she'll give me not only the shirt off her back, but her pants, sneakers, and jacket too? Yeah, it's all about sex. All of it. All of it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm 46, right? So we're clear about, so. I'll tell you what, being 46 years old, I know exactly how it felt for boys to be 18. I'll leave it there and move on. Right person in time. Yeah, I've been meeting a lot of people lately too. Keep your hands off me, serpent women. Oh, I love you back, James, brother. Keep your hands off me, right? Yeah, man, like, why do you want to touch me? You don't even know me. Oh, boy, you want to hear some gross and disgusting things? 2 of them. I have 2 stories. So, 2017, I'm sitting in my room, and there were like 5 other roommates that I had in my house. And so I'm sitting in my room. I'm on YouTube on HTV. I'm giving my testimony about Project Beta, what the lab coats were telling us to do and directing us through having sex with. Like, I was paired up with a boy. Hey, Bright, it's great to see you, sweetheart. Like, I was paired up with a boy. The lab coats told us what to do. My first kiss and the first time I ever had sex was in a dumb. ECWN WWF. Rain is caused by meteors hitting the earth. Really? I don't mean to be ignoring messages. Jeff, Sylph and I are really good friends. Just so you know, just so you know. Abba has the right person in time. Yes, he does. I didn't mean to. Jeff says, I suffer so much pain. I don't see me ever off them. It's pure pain. Jeff, you go through so much. You're one of the people I'm praying about. You probably didn't see the start of this video, but I gotta tell you, Jeff, I'm cracking. I'm breaking down because all of my friends are getting really bad news about their health. You hear the bells? Last night they went off an hour late. I'm looking at my clock. I'm like, wait a minute. Pastor John is off ringing those bells. So, I don't know. I mean, I got high expectations, and I should. I mean, I was always the stupid girl that dated the bad boy, thinking that the bad boy could turn into Prince Charming. It was the same as running around trying to pick up every toad, kiss the toad, and see if it turned into Prince. Doesn't matter how many kissings you give a toad is always going to stay a toad, right? Okay, yeah. Bad boys are always really cute on the outside, and that's to cover up all the ugliness on the inside of them that makes them a bad boy in the first place. So Jehovah's Witnesses are secret society of Freemasons out of London connected to MI5 and MI6. I don't know that. I don't know the answer. Nice guys do finish last. Man, I look back and I'm like thinking to myself, boy, I remember this one night at a club. I met that one guy and he was a nice guy. You know what? If I bumped into him today, I bet you I'd really like him. I was a stupid girl that passed all the nice guys up. I was a stupid girl that never dated the nice guy. I was a superficial girl in the fact that I wanted somebody that was gorgeous on the outside. I didn't care if they were broke or had money. That didn't matter. Just their appearance had to be pleasing to me. And that is so superficial. So yeah. Can you excuse me for my understanding in ancient language being called nice men? One was a fool, right? My grandmother was like that. Well, not like that, but when we would talk, you know, yeah, you're nice. You're a fool. You're letting people walk all over you. You're too nice. You're too honest for your own good. Stuff like that, you know? Those church bells are beautiful. The first night I was here, I was hanging out at the neighbor's house for like 7-8 hours. The first day I got here to move in my place, just... oh boy, long story, but we'll keep it short. And while I was at my neighbor's house for 8 hours before I even moved into my place, yeah, let me tell you, everything that could have went south did. So my neighbors rock, and they know that they rock, and they know that I love them. So anyway, I come walking out of my neighbor's house to walk Keeper, and I had my cat and my dog at the neighbor's house. Like the three of us are hanging out with them, but I came out and I went to walk Keeper, and I hear the bells. I hear the bells ringing in the background. I kid you not, guys. It brought me to my knees. The neighbors came out and they're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Hey, that's not fair. That's not fair. Thank you. In the summer, I'll go across the creek, but right now, today, it's too cold. Come here." Anyway, my neighbors are like, "Oh my God, you just wait. 3 weeks from now, you're going to be so sick and tired of hearing those bells." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. This is beautiful. This place is heaven sent. I'm supposed to be here." Like between the street name, the city name, the numbers, the exit numbers, the roads, the whole town, the surrounding towns, forget it. It is heaven sent. Abba has his name written all over it. If there's ever a place I'm supposed to be, it's right here, right now with you guys. And that's what he shows me in my dreams and visions. That's why you guys are so important to me. Life is so much better with you guys in it. The life I had before without you guys, it was good. I had special people in my life. I'm not belittling everyone and everything. But what a difference. I mean, you got David Author. I can go into his ministry and talk about my sexual issues whenever I want, talk about celibacy, and no, I won't be outcast, and no, I won't walk away feeling downcast. And, you got Coach Dave. He kind of amps you up every morning. Cutting Edge, Now You See TV, great for news. Like, having you guys in my life, HTV, and hanging out with you and doing panels, and then sharing research and study with you guys. Like, you guys don't know. Like, I used to think I loved life. I used to go to this club called Tequila Joe's. Funny, it's now Temple Roca. It went from like one of those crazy nightclubs to now being a church. And it's kind of ironic too, because I went from loving that crazy nightclub, Tequila Joe's, America's favorite playground in Newark, New Jersey. I went from that to giving my covenant to Jesus Christ of Nazareth and turning myself around. And he put his mark on my forehead. He sealed me. So, but anyway, this club, what was I going to say about it? I drew a blank. I used to think, like, back in that day, in my 20s, that I had it good. I used to say that that I had passion of life. People be like, "Ah, life sucks. Life's a bitch. Life sucks. This sucks." And I'm like, life doesn't suck. Life's not a bitch. I love it. I live with passion. Are you kidding me? I got martial arts. I got my grandmother, a job. Like, I love life. And I thought back in my 20s I loved life, and I was definitely living backslid, not realizing that I was living backslid, of course. But I was wrong, because now I'm living life with passion, and now I feel that passion. And it's real, and it's true, and it's everlasting, because it's given by Heavenly Father. He gave it. It's unspeakable joy. He gave it. No one can take it away. You cannot steal what you did not give. Now, God gave me my joy. He's not going to take it away. And he and I both are not going to allow anyone or anything to steal that joy from me. So, if I could throw a party I would invite all of you. I'd build a big mansion and have all of you come live with me for free. I pray that we are all deemed worthy to be invited and attend the bridegroom feast. We ask you, Heavenly Abba, to wash our wedding garments, wash off the crimson on our hands, iron out our wedding garments, and get off all blemishes and wrinkles. I repent for my sins, Yeshua HaMashiach. But I pray all of us are deemed worthy to be invited, dressed appropriately, and to attend your bridegroom feast. I love you. In Yeshua's name, I pray for me and my loved ones. Selah. My little cards are breaking off in my wallet from my keychain. They're really old. Stop and Shop sucks. I should take that off right now. I don't even go to these stores. Ooh, look at that. My Washington Township free public library card. And I use it. It's not that I only own it, it's that I use it too. I'm a dangerous person. Holly with a book in her hand. Okay. Hey, don't you go in the horse pasture. Language being called nice is... Oh, wow, my comments aren't even coming out. They stopped. I'm like, why did my whole chat room get quiet? Synchronicity. I'm asking. The bells are playing. I'm asking. Benny, you're asking. Okay, everyone. Bright has a very heavy accent. He does not exactly type his words out in a chat room like we do. I'm not putting you down, Bright. I love you. I'm explaining some things to people. Bright, I love him. We've known each other for years. Bright has health issues like I have. No, different health issues, but we both have health issues, so go easy on my buddy Bright. I love him very much. Okay? Seriously, I'm asking. Go easy on him. Hi, Edgar. Welcome. He disagrees with some of the things I say, Vinny, or I misexplain myself. To become a priest, you go to a type of university called seminary. Get it? Take a hole punch to make new holes. My library card is my favorite. Okay, servant of an L. Come on, keep going down. There we go. Yeah, we just have different ways of communication. I'm watching you. Hey! No. She's eating things she's not supposed to eat. And don't roll around in those things that you're not supposed to eat either, because then I'll be marching you upstairs and giving you a bath. I kid you not, this dog, one day I take her to my attorney's house, right? I give her a bath. I scrub my attorney's bathroom. So grateful he let me use his bathroom, because at the time I only had a stand-up shower. So I wash her. I get her back to the farm. Sure enough, you know what this dog does? Goes zooming out to the field, finds the pile of skunk doo-doo, and rolls around in it. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? I just gave you a bath and now you smell like a skunk. But apparently, I caught her doing this dog. I got her from a man in Kentucky. he would take her duck hunting with him. So she'd make like a great, can you see her? She'd make a great hunting dog. You know, she eats ants, termites, bugs. Like, talk about a dog that's self sufficient that can live off the land. She comes fully equipped. Isn't that right, Keeper? Oh, I love you. That's my girl. For they always do that. The doggies disguising their scent, camouflage. I know. What are you doing? I was like, no. I kid you not. The next day, I'm marching back over to my attorney's house, and like I had the house key and stuff, and so I go in. I thought he was at work. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I go marching in his house. He's like, "You just gave Keeper a bath." I'm like, "Oh, she smelled. She rolled around in skunk shit." Did I ever tell you about the night she got sprayed in the face by a skunk? So, what's his name? USA Patriot AK-47 on YouTube. I can't say his name, but I think it's USA Patriot AK-47. He was on the phone with me. I went downstairs to take my dog for a walk. I woke up like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And when I wake up, I use the powder room. I know my dog is going to need to use the bathroom as well. So I take her out, and this is typical. I mean, the whole over decade that I've had this dog, if I wake up in the middle of the night, she wakes up in the middle of the night, I take her out. So it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I take her out, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, wait a minute. Keeper got a little quiet. I'm like, Keeper, you know, calling her. I see that now she's coming, right? So I see in the dark, and I didn't have like the lights on for out in the field or anything. So I see out in the field in the dark a little bit. It must have only been like 15 feet from me, but I see these stripes, these like 2, 3 stripes go whizzing by in the dark. And then I hear my dog's feet. I'm like, oh no. And I hear, and then my dog's like, you know, like, not, it wasn't funny at the time. It wasn't funny. She was trailing behind, I guess, a mama skunk and all of her babies, and she got sprayed in the face. Oh my God, this poor dog. I'm like looking up on the internet, what do you do to clean a dog? I just so happen to have its detergent, baking soda, like dish detergent, like Dove or whatever, dish detergent, hydrogen peroxide, and baking soda, I think it is. And you mix them together. But you have to stay calm, because when your dog gets sprayed in the face by a skunk, that in itself is enough to give them a heart attack. Between the smell and the spray itself, and it's going in their eyes, nose, and mouth, it's enough to give your dog a heart attack. So you as an owner have to stay calm, cool and collected. Everything that I'm not. And then wash your dog. This poor dog for 6 hours. Like, the first 2 hours were the worst. So I grab her, I figure everything out to do. I get her in the stand-up shower. I'm washing her off. And I'm like, wow, she's still puking. She's still, like, she's got stuff coming out of her nose and her eyes. Not even a tomato juice bath. Apparently, ECWN, tomato juice apparently doesn't work. So, and I was looking up, I thought tomato juice too. No, there's something like dish detergent, peroxide, and baking soda, and you have to mix them together in certain parts. So after like 2 hours, I'm like, this dog isn't really feeling better. So I throw her back in the shower, I wash her down, and now this time, like, I'm definitely keeping the water on her, and I just keep washing her down. And she finally slowed down with the vomiting and like the drool and everything coming out of her mouth and nose. But this poor dog, oh my God, the hell she went through that night. I was only in a panic. That's nothing. Getting sprayed in the face by a skunk. But I got all the stench off of her. The only thing that smelled was the rug. I had a throw rug, and I was letting her sit on the throw rug because even after the bath, like, she was still like drooling, stuff's coming out of her nose. You could just, this poor dog. So I left her on the throw rug. The the following day and everything, she was like back to normal. She was okay. And the only thing that was ruined, honestly, and thank heavens, praise be to Yud-Hey Vav-Hey for Yeshua HaMashiach, the only thing that was ruined was the throw rug. Because while she was vomiting, the stuff she's vomiting smells like a skunk and still has the skunk in her, you know. But that definitely scared the daylights out of me. And USA AK-47 Patriot was on the phone with me for 2 hours. He was trying to keep me calm, so I didn't send Keeper into a heart attack. Now, I'm pretty good with situations like that. I gave my grandmother at-home hospice care. When I was 12, 13 years old, I was staying home with my grandmother, taking care of my grandfather. He suffered multiple severe heart attacks and multiple strokes, paralyzed on his left side. He needed around-the-care clock. My grandmother, I was 29. I gave her at-home hospice care until her passing. So, I forgot why I brought that up. During those situations, I've always stayed calm. I know what to do. I know how to handle myself. Like, it's like I don't even have to think. But when my dog got sprayed by a skunk, I was like, you know? Cross country, get a flat tire, 4 o'clock in the morning on the side of a strange highway. I've got no problem changing a tire. Don't let people change a tire for you, especially people from an inner city that have never changed a tire in their life. They'll put it on backwards, mark my words. Hang on a second. Yeah, somebody needs CPR or is having a heart attack. Time slows down for me. I know what to do. I don't rush. I don't make mistakes. I'm calm, cool, collected. But then you put me in another situation like my dog getting sprayed in the face by a skunk. I'm like, I can't function. Like, this is really bad. It's getting cold out. My best to you, Vinny. I love you so much, sweetie. Jingos. Yeah, right? Jingos to take it off. I wonder. No, I think it was something like dish detergent. You know, you have Dawn or Palmolive or something. And peroxide. And I think it was baking powder. And you mix it together. And then you take that and put it on your dog all over. It does work. How about tomorrow in the afternoon? Can I do the series tomorrow in the afternoon? No. Okay, I'll figure it out later. I just got the afternoon off. Maybe I can run panels. I want to run panels for you guys, though. Oh, I'm getting cold. We could run panels if you guys are up for it. I love you, Karen. I think you were in my other stream and I didn't say hello to you, and I'm so sorry. Yeah, this was a long time ago when that happened. That happened back in 2017, 2016, I think it was Yeah, 2016. 99. I wish, Lily. I'll trade ya. Trade ya. I got the room. Want to come visit? You want to do a house swap? But Keeper and Saver, they come with me. I'm not sharing them. I'm teasing. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just play loud music, clean my house, and cook. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to go in a few minutes as soon as I'm done. I don't smoke in the house. I don't like the smell of smoke in the house. Tons of them, seller. The biggest thing, I started off the beginning of the live stream talking about people that need like organ transplants, people that need surgeries, and they can't get them, or they're denied, or people that have been given 6 months to a year to live, people that are battling cancer, they're terminally ill. Daniel Duval has good prayers, but they have prayers in them for like our health, and that's what I wanted to read. I was thinking about throwing a video together and just praying out loud the Jehovah prayers. I could make it a panel so I can start out all these prayers and read them, and then bring you guys on so you can either pray directly for a person or so you can add something. But I really want to do a video with all these prayers. What do you mean no? Bright, forgive me, I'm a little bit slow. I'm not exactly completely in my chat room. I'm on a cell phone, so it makes it hard for me to operate. Sweet. Thank you, Seller. I think that we've talked a lot about this. Also, don't forget people with suicidal thoughts or tendencies or emotions, however you word that. Okay, so cancer, people that are given 6 months to a year to live, terminally ill. Now they're being diagnosed with COPD, lung cancer, cancer of organs, cancer of body parts. What else? What else is on the table? Dawn's dad, don't forget about Garrett's fishing. Her name is Dawn. Pray for her and her dad. Everybody we prayed for last night, we need to pray for again. We need to stay on it. I was thinking about doing fasting. I'm having some appetite issues anyway. When am I not having a gosh dang it appetite issue? Actually, seriously, I was thinking about going into prayer and fasting for our sick friends that are getting bad news left and right. Don't forget about John. And his wife's name is Lindsay. Photo Helix. Don't forget about Photo Helix. Hopelessness and apathy. Yes. Severe depression. Bipolar. People that have had ongoing, long health issues like Bright, for instance. Oh my goodness. Two people, I forgot about this one. They came up to me. They recently had grandbabies, right? I think one was, I don't want to say his name, but I think one was on YouTube. He mentioned it. Just became a grandfather. Well, there's somebody I know face to face. Just became a grandmother. A whole bunch of complications kind of broke out and happened. But the worst thing of all was obviously the hospital and doctor's fault. When the baby was born and they were taking it out of its mother during delivery, they broke its collarbone. They broke its collarbone during delivery. So this little tiny baby has got a broken collarbone and can't come home from the hospital. Nephilim gang stalkers, right? Split hope. So the way to your heart is through your stomach. Yeah. Or just talking to me and keeping me company. All the time, though. Hey, it's Tat Cat. It's good to see you. I'm getting all these on chat. Hallelujah. Thank you, Seller. I can't give out names. I pray for people like Split Hope said about Nephilim gang stalkers, also human gang stalkers, people being harassed electronically, gang stalked when they go to the store. Me, I just don't leave the house, and when I leave the house, I make sure there's like really big men with a lot of guns, carrying a lot of ammo with them before I go anywhere. Like, I don't leave home without at least 2 people that are enforcers and encouragers of the Second Amendment. I don't drink green tea enough. It's been a very long time because sometimes I get heartburn. Sometimes if the baby is positioned oddly, they have to break the collarbone to get the shoulders out. I've heard of that, Lily. I've heard of that. Oh, I saw a picture of the little baby, and oh my goodness, I about had a nervous breakdown just looking at the picture. I've heard of that happening too. It's all on camera, right? It's all videotaped. So they can go back and review what happened. My son and daughter-in-law covered, but coming out of it. No hospital. 40 plus. Oh, praise be to Abba. I'm praying for your son and your daughter-in-law. I heard that if we just stay home and wait it out, it's miserable. But we'll get through it. And don't take a ventilator. I'll be praying for your son and your daughter-in-law. Oh my God. And now we are in the fall season, which means it's the winter season, right? So now it's all going to come out again. Should go potty, honey, because I'm bringing you in after this. It's nice out here. Any more, guys? Out at the moment. Hey, my Lil. How are you, sweetheart? I'm so sorry. I've been so bad on Facebook responding to everybody's, like, comments on my post. I love you, my Lil. It's so great to see you, sweetheart. Articles about surgeon. Oh, yeah. Ooh, the vaccine. It's eating me up, the vaccine. So I heard, and I want to talk to somebody. I've already met somebody too, but they've like suddenly disappeared. So I can't. I'll try to track them down and get in touch. But what I want to talk to, I'm going to put up posts. If you guys can help me, I want to talk to somebody that signed up for these COVID vaccine trials and that received a vaccine. I want to speak to them. Like, privately is completely fine with me, but I got questions and I want someone to ask because I've been hearing things and I want to know. Karen, fever, night sweats, aches, headaches, rashes, cancer. I lift you up to Heavenly Abba, and I lift up your son and daughter-in-law to Heavenly Abba. Oh, wow. Yeah, third world countries aren't getting COVID. Why? Because they have that hydrochloroquine. It helped, what was it? It starts with an M. Can't remember it. Yeah, so third world countries aren't suffering COVID. It's only us, first world countries. Because of the hydrochloroquine. What was it? They used it in Vietnam. I'm not saying it right. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm about to say malaria, and that's not the word right. Malaria. Thank you, malaria. Thank you. Right? Yeah, it does. Yeah, the masks do because you're exhaling warm breath. It makes it moist. You go around anything that's bacteria related that gets on your mask, you're done. Oh, praise be to Abba. Yeah, I can't wear the mask. I can't breathe. I'm exempt anyway. I put it on and people are like, take it off, take it off. The only time I ever put it on and wear it is when I'm handling other people's food. And even then they're like, take it off. I'm like, okay. But honestly, the only people I am around and susceptible to is my cat and my dog. So, like, the people that I cook for food or that I cook food for, they're the only people I'm ever around. You're suffering from COVID because of fear and ignorance, not because of antivirus. Thank you. Queen's gonna kill Donald Johnson. Sheep, beware. I can't. I can't. But, like, no offense, where I am, like, I'm alone. These people see me walking my dog past their homes and businesses every day. It's just me. It's just me. So if one of them gets sick, I would catch it from them. I'm not scared of catching it because I think I already caught it from that Christian couple who couldn't keep their hands to themselves because it's a 30-year-old tradition that you just feel each other all the time and handle each other's food when you're sick, and you should know better and stay in your room. I think most of us already had it last winter. Seriously, I do. I wonder if I have the antibodies. I was exposed to people and I said, listen, I'm on full disability with asthma, irritable bowel syndrome, endometriosis, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia. I have autoimmune problems, right? So, you're sick. You can't breathe. You got the flu. Your fever, you're achy, sweaty, clammy, running in and out of the bathroom, and you feel like garbage. Okay, that is that time when you don't handle Holly's food or anyone else's for that matter, and you don't insist upon, well, we have to hold hands to pray. When you're sick, keep your virus and bacteria to yourself. No, you don't have to touch and hold hands to pray. And you should have enough respect for other people that are in my position that don't want to be touched, don't want you to handle our food, and you should have common sense, right? And no, you don't need to give me a hug because I am a 46-year-old that is single and not married, okay? No. God did not tell you to give me a hug because I'm an unmarried 46-year-old. I hate to break it to you, but let me remind you again what Heavenly Abba said. Test the spirits. I kid you not. Stay home and away from others, right? I was like, yo, guys, you put your arms out, I'll put my arms out, right? Now, there should be at least another foot worth of space between your fingertips and mine. When you're sick, if you're any closer to that, you have put me at risk. I am on full disability with autoimmune problems. You're wrong. Not me for having healthy boundaries. You violated me and put me at risk. You can wear your mask all you want, but when it comes to that 6 foot, 7 foot distance, yeah, stay back. But when you're sick, have enough common sense and enough respect for the others around you not to touch them, not to touch their food. Stand back. Don't be around them. Don't be babysitting your grandkids when you're sick either. Power going out and an urgency to get my dog, to go get my bag in order, right? I love you, Karen. You have a beautiful day. You should have told that. Touch. I wish we could have a private conversation. I'll have all the hairs on your arms and head standing up if you knew all the details of that situation. Right? Holly, there's something wrong with you. You don't want me touching you. Yeah. Okay. You're not my spouse. I'm not a lesbian. And why do you have to touch me? You know what? Jesus Christ of Nazareth didn't like people touching him. He didn't. Who touched my cloak? And it was only his cloak. By that old woman that wanted to be cured and healed. She had so much faith in him, her Savior, God in human form, that she touched his cloak and just knew she'd be cured. But see, Jesus, somebody touched him and he drew back. He felt it. Who's touching me? Right? That's a very personal thing. It's only when Heavenly Abba taps my shoulder that I put my hands on someone. I don't do it out of tradition. I don't do it because I think I read the Holy Bible and I think I interpreted it as we're all supposed to hold hands and sing, Kumbaya, my love, Kumbaya, ya. No. What kind of religious fanatic are you? I'm not rolling with it, okay? I bind and cast down religious spirits. And I ask those religious spirits to take the humans that they're afflicting with them when I cast them down in Yeshua's name. Take the person with you and go back to whence you came. Take that person you're possessing and oppressing with you when I cast you and bind you down to go away or go back to whence you came or otherwise. So, yeah, I'm going to stop there because I don't want to get started on or heated. I don't want to get heated on stuff like this. And had faith. Jesus felt the power go out of him. Right, Leno, right? Right? And you got some Christian couple wanting to touch me 5 times a day. What kind of power you think I had after that? None. The worst was when I did a prayer and fasting. Holly, you can't do fasting. You're too skinny. Abba takes care of us when we're fasting, number 1. Number 2, I ain't looking for your pity. Number 3, I'm about to power up by prayer and fasting. You only fast as a diet. You don't fast because you want to get closer to God and conquer principalities and powers. No. You fast because you ate too much pork and too much whatever, and you're feeling a little fat, so you're drinking lemon water. Yeah, that's not fasting. So, I can get on a roll. No, so this one time in particular, I fasted with Abba. Something was going on. I don't want to say publicly. Something was going on. It had to do with where I was, this couple, and other stuff in my past, and the whole situation going on. I fasted. Heavenly Abba came to me and he said, okay, Holly, your 4 days of fasting are over, but you're not done. I don't want anyone to touch you, Holly. You can start eating again, but your prayer and fasting, Holly, is not over. Do not let anyone touch you. This is what Heavenly Abba told me in the spirit. Holly, my hand is on you. I am touching you right now. My hand is on you, Holly. I am anointing you. You are anointed. My hand is over you, on you. Stay in your prayer and fasting. Do not let anyone invade this time whatsoever. 5th day, I come down and, oh, there's Holly! Let's give her a hug! You know, it's like, come on, I see you 15,000 times a day. I don't want you touching me. You're not my spouse, and I see you 15,000 times a day. You don't need to touch me 15,001 times a day. You're off your rocker. You're not my spouse, and you're not Jesus. Keep your distance. I'm an SRA survivor. I'm a Pizzagate survivor. I come from the dumps. Don't touch me. And why is it so hard for other people to respect that? They go, oh no, you have healthy boundaries. Oh, you made us feel bad because we're touchy-feely people and you don't want to be touched and felt up by us. Yeah, man, it is that personal. Look at who you're talking to. And even if you weren't talking to me and you're talking to a complete stranger, still, you keep your hands at your side. Especially when you're sick. People touch you, they suck your energy, and then they attach demonic spirits onto you. There was something else I wanted to say. There is something else I want to say, man. I got stories. But excuse me for how I tell stories. I'm very animated. No. Okay. My spouse is welcome and better had touched me. What I'm not cool with is like other people touching me 15,000 times a day when they themselves have a spouse they can be touching 15,000 times a day. They should not have been touching me. They are not my spouse. They should have stayed out of my bedroom. They are not my spouse. They did a lot of things wrong. Yes, they did. Especially when it comes to a survivor. But no, I'm 46 years old. Why are you sitting in my bedroom? When you go food shopping, I don't go sit in your bedroom. And when I need to speak to you, I speak to you in a common area such as the kitchen, dining room, living room, porch, deck, vehicle. I don't go on your bedroom door, jump up on your bed, slip between you two people and go, "Oh, I got something to talk about. Something's bothering me." No, I wait till I see you in the kitchen or the living room and say, "Hey, can we talk about something?" Right? Right. Yeah, I don't want some lady touching me. She's not my spouse. No, I don't want some dude touching me either. He's not my spouse. So, why are they touching me? They're not Jesus. I didn't welcome them to touch me. They just to and then decided to tell me how wrong I am to have healthy boundaries and not want them to touch me all the time, especially when they're sick. No, don't handle my food and definitely don't be handling me. Right? All right, I'm done. See, this is why I didn't want to get off on that tangent because I'm like, I've had it. I'm tired. I have tolerated enough nonsense and bullshit to last me 15 lifetimes. I've dealt with enough of this. Everybody wants to come along and say how much they know Jesus, but the second I say, listen, don't touch me. Oh, you're not a Christian. If you want to be a better Christian, you got to come live with Christians. And we're the Christians you should come to live with. You know, before we got married, we went to live with other Christians just to be better Christians. So that's what you need to do, Holly. I'm not exaggerating. See, according to these people, I'm allowed to mimic and imitate anybody I want. But I'm not allowed to mimic and imitate them. Doesn't make sense to me. And on that note, I gotta go because I didn't want to get like on this topic because it's like, it's not worth it. Hey, information creation. I gotta make it over to you. You've been warning me to get off YouTube. I should have done it last year. We know. Don't see your perspective as you have. Thank you. I'm humbled. Oh, I love you back. I love you, Bright. I'm sorry I'm missing my comments in my chat. But I don't mean to be the way I am. Like, just, like, I mean, come on. Like, really, come on. I'm a 46-year-old woman. If you're going to treat me like I am 10 years old, there's not something wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. And to try to appease my younger alters to get me, the core Holly, to agree with you is unacceptable too. I really felt like these people put whatever they were doing with Jesus or looking up on the internet, they would put it on me, wait for my reaction, and depending on my reaction would be whether they felt A, better about their faith, or B, turned around and said, honey, with the, I kid you not, a face just like that, honey, that's not right. Yeah, it is. You know what? Let every man be a liar. You're a man? Let you be a liar. Let Jesus be the truth. I'm a man? Let me be the liar. Let every man be a liar and let Jesus be the truth. The second I said that to the Christian couple, oh, yeah. You want to tick someone off and they're coming at you with some sort of garbage and false doctrine and the Holy Spirit and you know it? What you do is you just turn to them and you simply say, allow me to reiterate what Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh spoke in the Holy Bible. And he spoke that let every man be a liar and let Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, God in human form, who died for our sins, resurrected 3 days later, ascend to heaven so we could be reconciled unto him. Yes, let him, the perfect holy man, be the truth. Let you and let me, Holly Baglio, be liars and let him be the truth, right? Well, you would think if you're a big Christian, right, and you really love Jesus, that you wouldn't have a problem with that, would you? You'd go, you know what? I probably got a few things wrong. Yeah, let Jesus be the truth. And yeah, you know what? I am the liar. I don't want to undermine Jesus and his living logos and what he did and brought to the cross and died on the cross for. I'm not going to undermine that. So yeah, let every man be a liar and let Jesus be the truth. I'm good with that. Like, somebody said that to me, I'd be like, Selah. Exaggerating people's goofiness. I won't lose my spunk, my Lil. Just don't get me wound up too much. No, if you get me wound up, just make sure you hang out with me until I am fully unwound, all right? Don't wind me up and just leave me hanging. You got to just stay hanging out with me. I love you, Doug. Doug, I've been on the lookout for you, and Sandra, I don't want to miss you both. I'm going to end this video, and I'll probably shoot you a text. I want to keep up with our Bible studies. It's important to me. It's paramount. And sorry again, Doug, that you had to see all my panelists. Well, not all my panelists, but, you know, my panelists trade in their N95 mask for using their boxers. I was thinking to myself, wow, my ministries are going to disown me if they see this. They're going to be like, Holly's too loose of a cannon. We can't even, like, we don't know her. She's not ours. I don't know where she came from. I do have a broad sense of humor, and I never want to be offensive to anyone. I will get on Telegram. I have a big switch over to do because it's critical to stop feeding the beast. I agree. I just realized that last night, to be honest with you. Information. I love my friends. I love goofing off with my friends, but I really hope I don't alienate or offend anyone, because that's not what I want to do. And I really don't want Yeshua to look bad. Not because of me, and I definitely don't want to misrepresent him. But he saved a wretch like me, and if he's willing to do all of this for me, then just imagine what he'll do for you. You're on a break for a bit. Holly, you have a large... All right. Fan base. Wait a minute. They're not my fans. They're my friends. I don't like fans. Fans blow this way, and then they blow that way. You guys are my friends. I know what you mean, sweetheart. I'm messing around with you. Hey, guess what? I got away with running James Casbolt and Aaron McCullum's videos on YouTube, information creation, and I didn't even get a copyright strike. Although those toe up nasty trolls, oh my God, Holly stole Aaron McCullum's work. Sorry that you haven't excelled at anything more than being toe up nasty ugly from the inside out. Sorry you didn't step up to the plate and use your YouTube channel to educate people, help others, and bring bring people together as a community. I will. I definitely will post them on Streamanity. So I thought to be able to sit there and watch these super soldiers' testimonies with you guys is a huge thing with my healing. I think you set me up with it, but I don't need money. I'm good. Thank you, though. You can log into your money button now. No more email. Oh, really? Okay. There's a bee stuck in a spider web. People already see me as a lost cause. You're not a lost cause. Money button is a wallet. Okay. Thank you. You're not a lost cause, James. That'd be like calling myself a lost cause. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Yes, friends for life. Friends for life. Definitely. Yeah, I just don't like talking about the past because it gets me so amped up. Like, but see, that's those situations where like they're coming to an end. I got days left and I am set free, released, and I don't ever have to deal with any of it again. I've already moved on. Just don't want these people in my life anymore, and within days from now, they won't be. I even got an attorney to protect me from these people in 2019. I put an attorney under retainer. Well, I always had an attorney under retainer, but I got a second one and put her under retainer. But now I have a third one. But he's not taking a retainer. He'll just let me ask him questions, so that works. But yeah, what I went through between online and in my personal life, I put an attorney in 2019. I was making trips back home to New Jersey, paying my attorney a retainer. Debbie, it's great to see you. I would love to click on that, and I can't do it. I'm on my cell phone. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just met people. My attorney, I just met people that I have to protect myself against, and they're telling me that they're sheep and they're my friends and they love me and they're here to help. Be careful of wolves in sheep's clothing. They come in very high places and they come with really fat wallets. Thank you, I saw that information. Cool. We'll start bringing people over to Streamanity. It just stinks because I like the live chat. Ugh. I just hit a whole new level of chilliness. I'm going to have to go. Keeps. I love you. Yes, I do. Okay, so oh man, I remember I would get real cold, right? I'd get in a lot of trouble from the ex. I'd get so cold, I'd sit there like with my knees up, right? I take my sweatshirt and I put it down over my knees and being a little ball huddled up. I take the opening of my shirt, my sweatshirt, right? So and then exhale my breath into my shirt. Within like 10 exhales, I was completely warmed up. I felt like I was in like a heated tent, getting myself warm. He turned around. You look stupid doing that. You sound stupid. It's irritating. I'm like, I'm keeping myself warm. What is it a bother to you? You look stupid. You sound stupid. What are you doing? Oh, excuse me. I'm not from Newark. I'm not cool. I forgot. I forgot. Sorry, keepy eepies. I'm just a country girl from the backwoods of Jersey. What do I know about keeping warm? I only made it through Nelson, Canada when I was a kid with the hangar doors open. Those freezing nights in the winter. Yeah, Lily. We can't talk about that here. We really can't. In private, we can talk about it. Not here. I don't even give him the title of being an ex. So we're just going to drop that. But I can't wait till the past comes to an end. Oh my gosh, you've got no idea. Are you kidding me? To be set free legally. I'll be legally set free from someone. Some people. That'll be nice. It'll be really nice. I don't want my name associated with them. There's a reason why they're exes and in the past. Are you done, Keep? Hey, get. Come on. Come on. Come on. She's stopping to smell everything like every 3 feet. And it's like you were just sitting outside for the past hour and a half. I know because I have it timed on YouTube. Oh, thank you. Soph, thank you so much. Yeah, Canada is cold. What book are you reading, Holly? I'm curious. You're a curious cat. I'm not. Oh, boy. Oh, this one. No, I'm going to do a video where we're going to all go into spiritual warfare with each other. I'm going to swipe Daniel Duvall's prayers. I'm going to swipe Yahuwah prayers. Run a intercessory prayer, but also pray for people's health. And then ask you guys what you want to pray for, or if you have prayers to add. And make a nice video. That way we can always keep the video and rewatch it and refresh ourselves on these prayers. So I've been wanting to do this for a couple of months now, but let's see. I want to see your drawings of the planets. Okay. They're actually, I got all my, well, all of them but one. I do on hollybaglio.com. I do have the drawings of the planets up with a little description beneath them. But I need to go back and redo my website. Apparently there's this app that you can get where I can photograph my drawings and have it come out professionally. So I'm going to download the app, take pictures of my drawings, and then repost them up on my website. Plus I have pictures to add from this tactical training conference we went to in Ohio. I love you guys. I'm missing some of the comments in my chat room. I'm sorry. You gotta stay with other kids because the general public will just frustrate you. Yep. The general public is frustrating. Oh, get over here. Over here. Sorry, guys. Hang on. I'm sorry. Thank you. Keeper. We're getting hit by cars over here. I knew that was going to happen. Dropping things. Hang on. Oh, God. You're going to Chicago? Chi-Town? There's a couple of people in Chicago I want you to say hello to me for. You're going to Chicago. Really? Oh, I'm going to send you a documentary, okay? Uh-oh. I got to put you guys down again for dog doo-doo detail. Excuse me. Ugh. Get over here. Okay, I'm here. Ah! Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Because to let myself back in the house, I need to grow 2 more sets of arms. I love you guys very much. If I can run panels like in 2-3 hours, I will. So I'll give you the heads up now, but I'll try to give like you guys a private message when I do panels. So hang on a second. I gotta put this down. Hang on. Come hither. Okay. Hey. Okay, guys, I love you very much. So if I get done with my house chores and cooking, I'll run panels. I love you, Greta. All right, guys. I love you very, very much. I'll see you soon.